Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dice Odyssey. I'm Kaz, and today I'm going to give you an interview I had between Eric Bitterman, who is the president of Sky Kingdom Games, and he's got an amazing looking, great, gorgeous game coming out called Isofarian Guard. And he's partnering with Foreteller, who provides the app that gives the soundtrack and full voice acting to this great narrative adventure that you're going to be going on. But I want to go ahead and get into the interview, but I wanted to tell you up front that if you've ever been to Gencon, you know it is insanely busy there. There are lines everywhere. It is hard sometimes to find your way around. You can get turned around a lot. So I wanted to warn you ahead of time going into this. There will be a little bit of shaky cam. There will be a little bit of, like, you know, every now and again coming out of focus occasionally, only because I was running late for my interview with Eric. He was gracious enough to still see me. At the same time, though, it's just I didn't want anybody else to be waiting on him because he was on a tight schedule. So I didn't have time to set up my tripod or anything else to do an interview where you see both of us together at a lot of the times. But I just want you to know that's why that, you know, it's not quite as professional looking as I would like. But I hope you get some enjoyment out of it anyway. Hope you enjoy. Eric Bitterman from Sky Kingdom Games, been around for a few years. And we're really excited about their next release, Isofarian Guard, okay. Isofarian Guard. Look at that gorgeous artwork. You're going to want to, you know, jump those mountains, man. Right now we're just getting a quick shot of everything he's got, and then he's going to tell us a little bit about the game. But it's absolutely a lot of high interest in this game. We're really excited to check it out ourselves.
So the Isofarian Guard expands the world that we started building with the Stonebound Saga. It's in the same world, and unlike the Stonebound Saga, which is a skirmish game, this is a 1 to 2 player narrative experience. So it's story driven, and it really focuses on an immersive experience for 1 to 2 players. So it is you follow the story of 7 different Isofarian Guards. There's 4 different campaigns that spans 40 to 50 hours. The main mechanics in the game are bag building, and you are using these chips. Here, let me grab a few for you. You're using these chips.
I recognize those symbols.
Yeah.
Some of them.
But so you're using these to power the character abilities, and you are you're combating against different enemies in the game. You're exploring the map, and you're uncovering this story and adventuring. It's an open world adventure, so you can go directly to different story nodes, or you can choose to just explore on your own. And
sandbox?
Exactly right. So I kind of compare it to like Skyrim, like the video game. So
I'm interested already.
So you can defeat enemies, and the enemies will drop different loot, and you can use that loot to craft custom equipment for your characters. So, for example, here on Grigory's dashboard, you'll be tracking your characters on these dashboards. You can see that he has these slots here for equipment. Every piece of equipment has its own bonus on them. So you can see here, Guard, Sword, and Shield has a bonus of 1 sword chip and 1 shield chip on it. If I choose to upgrade that, I can get, you know, a different sword and shield that has a more powerful chip, and actually something that modifies my base attack or defense. So as I defeat an enemy like this, a timber wolf, I'll have the opportunity to get teeth or a wolf pelt. I get those things, I store them in Grigory's satchel.
Is that coming on the token?
Those are the tokens, yeah. These tokens will probably end up being 2x2 cards. We're going back and forth on which we want to use for the drops right now. It'll probably end up being 2x2 cards, though. We want everything to be able to be found easily, so there's going to be a card index with separators as well to find the cards. So, but yeah, that's the Isofarian Guard. The main draw besides the bag building, which is the main mechanic, is we have partnered with a company called Foreteller. storyteller. And the game's going to come with a companion app that narrates the entire game, fully voice acted with a musical score. So we want this to be an incredible immersive experience. So we've got the singer who did a lot of the songs for World of Warcraft, for League of Legends, for Horizon Zero Dawn. We've got actors who have done work in The Office and CSI doing the voice acting. So some amazing talent that's attached to this project, and we're extremely excited about it.
Here we are. We're about to listen to the app for Isofarian Guard. I can't hear anything right now, thankfully. Here we go.
Pavel and Yana are glowing. You blink your eyes, but nothing changes. They just stand there, glowing. Stonebound. The words form in your mind. You immediately begin scrambling for other explanations. A trick of the light, a hallucination, anything to explain how two people can be standing right in front of you, glowing.
Captain?
Yana's quiet voice pulls you out of your thoughts. You look up to see she's staring at you. What? Your voice catches. You can't seem to remember how to speak.
Captain, it's okay. Everything will be okay.
She smiles and places a small stone in your hand. Time ceases to exist. You're surrounded by an immense presence that threatens to overwhelm your senses. Pieces of your life flash before your eyes. Your father teaching you how to string a bow. Fishing for striped fish in the hole in the lake ice. Laying in the loft as mother's stories fill your head with wonder each night. You also see darker things. Stealing a chicken from Brother Fenn's yard. Bloodying Carl's nose in a childhood fight. The terror of your first battle. The face of the first soldier you ever killed. Just a boy, whimpering for his life as you struck again and again, trying to silence him. You look up and see a vast darkness stretching out before you. Tenebrous. It rolls over you like a fog, burying you in shame and regret. Suddenly, a voice calls out to you from beyond the chaos. You turn to the voice, and the darkness is shattered. You breathe in, out, and everything is okay.
Oh man, the birds.
When you finally open your eyes, your guards are all around you. Pavel, Yana, Catherine, Yuri, Vera, and Karzin. You look at each of them and see that you are all something more now. Stonebound. The word comes to your mind again. In the back of your mind, the voice is still there, speaking to you, guiding you. You sense that it's calling you to a valley. The Valley of Lux.
Guards.
Your voice is odd in your own ears.
I know not what is happening, but I know that nothing will be the same again.
Your words seem to break some strange spell, and time resumes.
I can see that you all have experienced something like what I have. While we have been fighting our petty wars, a great darkness has come upon us unseen.
Your guards are silent, no doubt reliving their own experiences with the enveloping shadow.
But fear not, for there is a mighty presence who guides us now.
At this, your fellow stonebound look up hopefully, and there are even a few smiles.
We can all hear the voice calling us to the valley, and I wish to go. But I feel it is my duty as captain to warn the king of what is coming.
You continue before there can be any objections.
Karzin, you are the most experienced guard here. I want you to lead everyone to the valley, while I travel to Silni. If I can make the king see the truth, we can strike a mighty blow against the shadow.
Karzun looks at you intently.
Captain, I will do my best,
It
but
almost sounds like
I can't help thinking you're making a mistake by trying to convince the king.
Perhaps. But I owe it to the people of Isofar to try. They must know that the Stonebound are real. When I'm done, I will meet you all in the valley.
You give one last look to your guards, your fellow Stonebound, before stepping on the road to Sony.
I will be getting in on this. And yeah, you should too. And we will play the audio back for you at some point. Maybe I'll include it on the actual clip that we do. But you must hear this. The voice acting is superb. And I've only heard just a couple minutes of it. The birds, twittering in the background. You hear I think I heard water at one point. I can't remember the first one. You hear the doors closing and the what is it? The door knockers moving and things like that. I mean, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. It immerses you. And I haven't even sat down with the game yet. Just the voice acting immerses you. So all sorts, all types. Anyway, you definitely need to check it out. Y'all got to get this. So can you give us just a short rundown about the story? Like, you don't have to go into obviously spoilers, but...
Sure. So the story begins with the entire Isofarian Guard. They are on patrol, and they start here at this mountain pass, and they have discovered this group of stone hunters from this border country called Falmond. These soldiers from Falmond have infiltrated into the country, and they're hunting these people called Stonebound. So they end up raiding this group, and they ambush them, they take them out, and that's where the story begins. So these 7 are together, and you discover after you defeat this group of soldiers, you discover these stones that were left behind. And these stones transform the Isofarian Guard into something different. And I won't give too much away, but these stones give them a lot of the abilities in their game, enhanced powers, and the entire story hinges around these stones and how they affect the people.
Right.
So you end up following the group over to the capital city of Silni, where Grigory, the captain of the guard, tries to convince the king that the Stonebound, this group of people, are real. This new power exists. And the king doesn't react too well. And one thing I didn't mention is the game has branching paths. So the narrative will give you choices that will change the game. So when you, for example, when you confront the king or talk to the king, you can choose to talk to him privately about what happened, or you can choose to confront Temnoda, the seer who is influencing him behind the scenes. It is. So when you make that decision, the story will change and you'll follow it. And you'll fight different enemies, you'll get different equipment based on your choices.
Well, I can't begin to tell you how excited I am to try this. When is it supposed to be launching on Kickstarter?
So this is launching on Kickstarter on September 10th, just a little over 30 days away. So we're coming up to it quick.
Yes, you are. And you decided to start talking about this heavily at Gencon, I noticed.
A little bit. We've been talking about it on social media for a couple months now, but yeah, this is the first big convention we're at, showing it publicly and doing demos.
Awesome. So the interest seems pretty high.
It does. We've had a pretty great response to it so far, and specifically, people love the chips, the tactile use of this, the bag building. They love the miniature designs that we've revealed so far, and then people really love the foreteller experience, hearing the characters, the voice, hearing the music, and we're going to be revealing more of that this month as well as we lead up to the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I personally saw a poll recently, people saying something along the lines of, what are you most excited about, or something like that that's coming out soon, or what would you like to see at Gen Con or whatever. This, I think, was the top one.
It was the top one.
Oh my gosh. And again, I'm not necessarily getting everything on that poll right, but that was the general gist of it. I know we're really excited. I've been trying to gin up a lot of interest with people I know, and it doesn't take much, man. All you got to do is look at this gorgeous artwork. You got to just listen to what's on the app, the actual music, the score, everything that's going on, what this company is doing. The Dice Odyssey, we absolutely love Stonebound Saga, and I remember talking to you at one point and saying, are you going to expand upon this? And you were like, yeah, I've got some ideas.
Yep. What's interesting is Stonebound Saga is in the land of Teleos. It has continent.
Right.
So this whole game is one country in that continent. So the plans to expand this world are huge. This is just one out of a series of 7 games that will expand upon the world.
Very exciting, man.
So.
Well, thank you so much, Eric. It's been a pleasure. It's also a pleasure being your friend, and I thank you so much that you gave me a chance to take a look at it, man.
Absolutely.
This is the Dice Odyssey. We are signing off, and we hope that you will check them out on Kickstarter. When again?
September 10th.
September 10th. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
You have a blessed day, and game away. This video is brought to you by Fallen Dominion Studios. Check out their website at fallendominionstudios.com.